you'd probably spend like one evening and be like, yeah, he's annoying, get him gone. But you couldn't do that. You're sort of forced into it.
So it's the whole Henry and Jordan thing.
Just hearing them at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. To be fair, if you peeked your head up at night, a lot of the time you would see things going on.
Oh, it was so cool.
Even they had no clue what was going on. Well,
Jordan did.
Jordan knew. Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Jenkin.
And we are playing Side Eye with Cosmo UK. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.
Between the shopping tasks, there actually were a lot of laughs.
We actually do. Honestly, I genuinely think some of it just wasn't shown because of how on the line, over the line our jokes probably got with each other.
Yeah, but it was actually class. Like, the downtime was probably some of my favourite time over doing the tasks.
Yeah, it was fun.
There was like, sometimes it was boring.
Oh my God.
Like half of the house would have a nap, but I was never allowed to nap because I snore. So they would always know that I was napping.
They only let certain people nap.
Yeah.
If Matty was napping, it was fine.
Matty,
Chanel.
do you remember when he napped for like 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, he napped for like 4. Then if Chanel was always hiding for a little nana nap. She'd like
she'd constantly.
She'd crawl into her duvet, tuck her head in, and just you wouldn't hear from her for like 6 hours. And they'd be like, "Where's Chanel?" And then you'd hear the music in the bedroom. I say it about 1,000 times.
Yeah.
My favourite memory is foul fast food. All the chicken challenge. The chicken coop?
Yeah, towards the end, I loved the chicken challenge, but I loved Foul Fast Food.
Foul Fast Food could never be topped because it was me, Chanel and Jenkin, all in there, having a laugh. It was just great.
But that chicken, when the
fun.
fox was chasing the chicken, was actually hilarious. Like, I don't know if anyone knows. So Matty actually got a feather stuck in his throat for 2 days after that challenge.
He was wheezing like he'd smoked 20 cigarettes a day.
It was
bad.
Oh, it was the best experience of my life. And we were only in there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, we were just launching hay bales at each other. Matty was rugby tackling. I don't even know if it got shown, but Matty was like rugby tackling people to the ground. Everyone was charging at each other.
Yeah, it was class.
Like, Liv was throwing shoes.
Trish was rolling around on the floor. Yeah. It was class.
It was honestly amazing. I don't even know if it got shown, but it was good. That end of the challenge.
Least favourite's probably the room.
Oh, the room was
Let's be real.
Yeah, probably the room was the least favourite because you just slowly but surely went just more and more insane. I felt
it was hard.
Yeah,
I got out of here and I phoned my mum straight away. And the second I finished talking to my mum, I phoned Chanel. So I'm probably more. Oh no, because I've been texting Paul all day as well.
Paul as well.
I spoke to Kerry. I think I'm more likely to speak to you, Paul and Chanel. Least likely, probably Farida.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah.
The way she was talking about her life actually was so interesting.
But I can't imagine me and Farida being besties going to the club. No. So I probably wouldn't speak to Farida as much on the outside. No.
The people I'd speak to, obviously Jenkin, Paul, Chanel, Olivia. But I think the person who'd be least likely to want to mess you on the outside with me would probably be Trish. I don't think she'd want to mess with me on the outside because I don't think I was really a cup of tea in there.
I have sort of been avoiding social media. I don't really want to see the reaction just yet. I think I sort of just want to live in the bubble of Big Brother at the minute. I think when I go home and after the final, I think it will sort of burst, and I think that's when I'm going to sort of look and deal with the social media aspect of it.
I haven't touched any other real social media because if there is like negativity and that sort of stuff, I ain't mentally ready for it yet, if I'm honest with you.
We're in agreement on this.
We completely
agree. We are rooting for Jordan and Olivia.
Yeah.
I know they both can't win, but as long as one of them win, we are happy.
I think with Olivia, obviously, you lot definitely don't see how much entertainment she really provides around the house. Like, it's at night, the things she does. Like Oliver from the talent show, he comes out every night
for an hour,
at least an hour.
An hour. We've had so many characters from her.
She puts on a show every night.
She truly has made my experience what it is.
Oh yeah, it's been so funny. And then Jordan, I think it's just because obviously spending this time with him. Obviously, I knew him a little bit already because obviously I chatted with him when I chatted with Henry. But I think it's just the fact I was so wrong on him has made me almost completely flip side my opinion because of obviously the amount of time we spent together. I actually got speaking to him about obviously his career, like what he did before, obviously how he speaks with Henry, just so much about him that I've actually learned that's made me realise how genuine he is.
Yeah, I'd be happy if he went now. I don't actually think he's a game player.
No, I did think he was, but I don't think he is now. I feel like there's probably been times they have and probably times they haven't. I think when we're there craving like nicotine, it sounds like a weird excuse, but like we get on a bit of a downer and then we probably get a bit more bitch than we would be. I feel like a lot of our jokey conversations might have not been seen just due to the nature of them in a way.
For myself, I was myself the whole way through.
Yeah.
So I think the public have seen a real side of me, but I don't think they've seen the whole me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say that my actions wasn't me because
No.
I believe that I was true to myself the whole time. I just think that there's obviously a side of me which might not have been shown as much or might not have even came out as much in the house.
I didn't realise how accustomed I'd got to like the artificial lighting. Like coming out, I was waking up this morning, there was actually sun through my window. I was like, well, I was waking up, lying there and seeing sun come through the window. I was like, what is going on here? I just couldn't sleep because obviously at night it's still a bit light. And you're just so used to it. Even in the little room, it was still light. And it's just, it was pitch black and I was like, this is terrifying. And then by the time it even got a bit lighter, I was like, oh, it's too late to go to sleep now.
So it's the whole Henry and Jordan thing.
Just hearing them at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, to be fair, if you peeked your head up at night, a lot of the time you would see things going on.
No, not just that. So like obviously we heard the crowd and that is what sort of made us realise what was going on.
I kind of wish we didn't hear the crowd.
Oh no, I'm glad I heard the crowd.
No, because actually, no, in a way it was kind of, I don't know, because in a way it was good for Matty.
Yeah. So I think hearing the crowd
was a good,
really...
I guess it was a good thing in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was
probably
class.
changed the outcomes of what happened.
Because
in there,
no one had any clue.
No.
No idea what was going on between the three of them. So then when we heard that crowd, we were like, oh my God.
What are we missing?
But oh, it was so cool.
Even they had no clue what was going on. Well,
Jordan did.
Jordan knew.
I think me and Jordan didn't get on. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think it was based on first impressions. I don't think I ever spent the time talking to Jordan or having in-depth conversations with him. Like, looking back, I wish that I'd sort of got to know him a lot sooner and then I would have noticed the similarities between me and him. But I'm also aware there is a two-way street. So, but I know Jordan feels the same about me now, and I think we just never were in a situation where we were spending much time together, and we sort of just drifted past each other, and then things would happen and we would always rub each other up the wrong way because of how protective we were over our friends.
Obviously, when we were in that room, we were just a bit frustrated and confused, and I think we had a lot of angers. But towards the end, obviously, we went into the diary room and they said, you've got 45 seconds to get your message across. I think I spoke to Jenkin about it and you were like, do you really want your last message in the house to be something negative and nasty when that's not really been you when you've been in it? And I was like, well, not really, no. So I was like, obviously, I said that I thought it did become a bit childish, yeah. But I also wanted to let them know that, you know, they are there for a reason, and I didn't want my last moments on there to be me being nasty, because I feel like I didn't go in the house like that. I don't want to come out of the house like that. So that's the only real reason I backtracked, because I don't want to come back in like 2 years' time, look back on it and think to myself, well, you ended that experience looking like a total which I somewhat did anyways, but, you know.
I do think Yinrun's face-to-face upset me quite a lot, especially because it was the second face-to-face I'd had off her, and the reason was the same. I have actually like spent a lot of time with Yinrun, and Yinrun taught me to cook certain things, and like we've had like in-depth conversations, and it just shocked me more than anything. And then I was upset because I really thought that we had actually built a connection and like a friendship, and then to feel like we might not have did actually upset me.
At the time, the Yinrun nomination upset me just due to the fact that it wasn't the nomination, it was the way they were between her and Matty. At first they tried to decide it, and I think obviously seeing them go to rock, paper, scissors to decide it, then seeing them try and shuffle paper to decide it, it sort of just got me more and more frustrated about it, because we were just sat there waiting to know our fate. And I know it was unfair on us, it was unfair on them, but at the time it just felt like it was more unfair on us. I think my best part is just the people I've met and the connections I've made. Like, I'd never met Jenkin on the outside, would we?
Nah.
We're too far away. Not really.
Do you think we'd be friends if we met on the outside?
Nah, you'd think I was too annoying.
Yeah.
You'd probably spend like one evening and be like, yeah, he's annoying, and get him gone. But you couldn't do that. You're sort of forced into it.
Yeah, I think that is probably the best thing, is the genuine connections that we've built, and like I've made friends for life in that house, and I'm just so grateful that I've got to be able to do that.
It's been such an amazing opportunity because you just met so many people from different backgrounds that you've never met before.
Yeah.
And it's just weird how much you don't think you have in common on someone from like first impressions, but then when you actually get to know them, you do realise you actually have far more in common than you think.
The worst part was when I was punished by, I was made to be a maid for the day. The reason I got so mad during that day was I had convinced myself that there was a reason for the task, and I thought at the end of this task we are going to have letters from home, because at this point we hadn't had any family, we'd had nothing. So I was like, right, today's the day, like, and I'd convinced myself I was going to hear from my mum. So then when I'm there and I'm cleaning, I'm doing my best.
You cleaned everything.
And then we all got taken to the bedroom, and I was like, that's it, like, they're going to lay out all the letters, we're all going to get to read our letters. And we came out and it was, nothing had changed, the task was over, but I still had to be a maid. I was like, what have I done this for? Like, I've done it all day. And I just got really worked up about it, and it was because I'd convinced myself I was going to see my mum. And I think that was the worst day, because I was so disappointed. And I did a good job.
You've done a banging job, mate. You even cleaned the toilets.
Oh, the toilets were rank, right?
Who was it who went in just with...
Are we allowed to say it?
Nah, let's not bait him out.
Nah.
You know a button challenge? They tried to get me to shave my hair off, and I wasn't happy about that. They were like, either shave your head, or... I don't know if that was head, but it was either shave your head, or all the electrical appliances get turned off, and I literally just launched the clippers across the room. I was like, you can f*** off. I'm not shaving my head.
Ta-ra! Thanks for watching.
In a bit.